Old school weed, sending nothing but some G's.
What's going on, everyone? It's King Tuts Pro. Welcome back to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. In today's video, I want to show you how to create this super cool liquid kind of transition along with an effect that you guys can add to your music videos just to spice them up. I want to give a special thanks to PixelFilmStudios for sponsoring today's video. Also, don't forget to check them out on YouTube, where they provide their own comprehensive Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials covering a variety of topics. You can visit their YouTube playlist, which I will link down below. Link to this plugin is down in the description of this video, so you guys can check it out and try it for yourself. It is M1 compatible, which is awesome. Also, guys, I do want to let you know that the Final Cut Pro 10 brush and the brush glow are finally M1 compatible, which is honestly awesome. Link will be down in the description to a video that I put out, I believe about a year ago or so. Link is going to be in the description if you guys want to watch that video. So this is what we're going to be creating here, and again, it's very simple. So what I'm going to do is just disable these by pressing V and show you how to create them. So if I push play, this is the normal video here. Go over to the titles and generators. If you guys use my coupon code KingPixelPro at checkout, you can also save a little bit on that as well. It's very simple to use. So there's 50 different liquid effects. So we can go through them really quickly. If you hover over them and you push play, it'll look just like that. And the cool thing about this is you can actually change the theme, the speed. And when I say theme, I mean the color of it. So you can find different ones here to kind of find one that you think looks the best. What I want to do though first is add a transition between these two clips here, and I'm going to drag that right above. So you just click and drag above your media here, and if I push play, it looks just like this. Now, cool thing about this, it is 4K compatible. So if you have 4K footage, it will look very sharp. So I'm going to increase the size with this outer ring, and this center ring here will allow you to control the position. And then this line with this little smaller gray circle will allow you to control the rotation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this kind of in the middle here. I want to see how it looks like. So right where it's covering the most, which is about here, I'm gonna add a marker by pressing M on the keyboard, and I'm gonna drag that right to where this clip kind of cuts, which is about here. So right where it moves, press M, and then you're just gonna align those two together so you can have them exactly positioned correctly and you know where they're gonna transition. Then all you gotta do is just make this a lot bigger. So just increase the size and then just reposition this so that it kind of covers the whole screen, or almost the whole screen. It doesn't have to cover it completely, but just so it looks kind of like this, and it goes by very quick. So this is fine here. And what I want to do though is match the overall theme. And if I kind of play it through, they're kind of wearing pink and black. So I want to use the shades of pink in their attire. So I'm going to select the Liquid 30. I'm going to go over to the Inspector tab here, where you can actually change all of the settings for this particular asset. So you have transform controls, is the same thing as using the on-screen control. So we're going to leave everything how it is. Under style controls though, we're going to change these colors here. There's 4 different ones. You have highlight color, which will change the actual highlight color, which is this one here. Then you have the top color, which is this one here. So I can show you what it looks like. And then we have mid color, which is pretty much the area that's showing, for the most part, the main color, I would say, almost. And then the base color is the color beneath here. So what I'm going to do though is match the color theme to the pink. So I'm going to go with the highlight color. I'm going to go with a light pink to kind of create that highlight. And then the top color, we're going to click on that and change that to maybe that pinkish color. The mid color, I'm just going down in values or in shades. So I might want to go like over here, like that maybe. So you can kind of see what it looks like. It goes like a light pink, darker pink, to a much darker shade of that pink, to a kind of more vibrant pink, maybe like something like that. So now when I go back and I push play, it looks just like that, and it matches the overall theme, which is honestly amazing. I love this feature. So if I push play here and I go like that, we're going to be creating this like splash effect. And for that to work, you pretty much just have to make a copy of the area that you want to mask out. So in this case, I made a cut right here, which is where I want to begin the effect. And then I skimmed through the video, and I want it to end pretty much right here. So I could, of course, press Command B to split that clip. So now we're working with a few frames here. And then what I want to do with that is make a copy. So you would hold Option, you would click and drag upwards. Then on this same clip, you would go over to the effects. You would go down to masks, go to draw mask, and drag that onto the on the clip itself. Also, I do want to let you know, if you go over to the effects and you go down to the same plugin, you're actually going to have the effects here, which is the glint, which is kind of like this glowing effect. And you also have twirl, which allows you to pretty much warp the actual effects or the preset. So these are really cool. They come in handy. So if I show you really quickly what that is, I'm going to drag the glint onto the Liquid 30. It creates like a subtle glow. So you can change the tint color. And I'm going to change that to like pink maybe. And then I'm going to increase the intensity, maybe the exposure. Now you can see it's starting to glow, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to increase the intensity a little bit. Now if I push play, you have a really cool glow effect, which is honestly amazing. I think you should definitely add this. And then you can also add a twirl effect. So if I add that onto there, it'll kind of twirl just like that. I like to go into the center and just adjust this, which is this circle here. So that's actually really cool. I'm going to do something a little bit more extreme just to see what it looks like. So if I push play, you have a very different look there. So going back to the mask effect though, if we select back on that clip that we just duplicated, we're going to go over to the draw mask and make sure that's selected. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to click and drag to make a selection of the area that you want to mask out. So once we have that selected, we can preview our work by pressing V, right? And we're going to rename it, select the clip, and you're going to go over to make sure that the playhead is at the beginning though, and then make your selection because you're going to be keyframing forward. But because we did that already, I'm just going to go back to where it was, where we started the frame, the keyframe, which is here. You're going to add the control points. So add a keyframe next to control points, and then maybe position 2 just in case. Then go back a frame, and then all you're doing is just clicking and dragging, reposition the keyframes frame by frame. I know it might take a while, but it will look amazing in the end. And yeah, so you just do that frame by frame. And once you've done all of that, I'm not going to go through that again. It will take a little while. So preview your work by pressing left and right on the arrow keys. I've already done this, so to save you time, I'm going to delete that and just re-enable the clip so you can see what I've done. So you can see I've just went over the area that I want to mask out. I don't have to mask out the whole entire subject. That'll save us some time. And once you have done that and added your keyframes, I'm going to now add the Liquid 28. So I'm going to delete that and show you how it works. So I'm going to go over to the generators. I'm going to go down to the plugin, and I'm going to select the Liquid 28, which is the one that I used. I'm going to click and drag that below the mask that we just created. Then once you do that, you're going to click and drag this and position this right beneath it, which is really cool. So that's the point of the mask. You can see where we actually use the mask. So we're going to drag that right below. I might want to increase the size a little bit here. Okay, so once we're there, what we're going to do is we're going to trim this like last frame here because it kind of goes to the next clip. We want to match the same color on this. Go to the parameters, and under style controls, what you can do is pretty much copy the value. So click on the highlight color. You're going to go over to the window and go to the hex color, which is this one. Click once, press Command C to copy the hex color code. Then go to Liquid 28, and then you're going to go back to highlight color. Go to the hex color number, and then just paste that color in and press enter. So now you can see we have the highlight color pasted there. And you're going to do the same thing for each one. So now if we go back, we have the same exact colors as you can see. So push play, and then you have that one. Super cool. I'll go back to the first one here, and I go over to the style controls. You'll also have effect controls. If we go to a strobe rate, they'll also show you how slow it animates. So you can see it's really animated here. So if we go even less, like 6, it's very choppy. If you want it to be more fluid, you can increase this to 60. Sharpness here is how sharp you want this to look. So you can go very kind of blurry if you want it to kind of look a little bit more animated. And then you can also pixelate this. So this is really cool. This would honestly look amazing on a gaming video. And you also have Prism Amount. So Prism Amount is pretty much the RGB split effect, which is kind of cool. I'm going to turn that off for now. I think that looks fine. If you guys want more videos, let me know down below with a comment or a like, and I'll catch you on the next one.